like what they did to her. Yeah, down back 1 into 1 has like it's the same as always, and then down 2 into. You're looking into new chainsaw stuff. I mean, yeah, they have some cool things. Yeah. No. I don't like what they did to her. I really don't. DES 1 DBT 1 plus 2. Sorry, I don't understand. DES 1 DBT. What is DES and what is DBT? I realize I sound like such a scrub that's never played Tekken in his life. Chainsaw 1 fly mode 1 plus 2. Wait, Chainsaw 1? Fly mode 1 plus 2? Destruction stance. Right, okay. That's kind of dumb. That's kind of dumb. And that's 65 damage if I'm reading the meter correctly. Actually, no, that's 70. That's 70 damage. Oh, that's not true though. Let's see. 4 1 plus 2, okay. Ah, I see, okay. There we go. Do that in heat. Right, and then of course you get a... Oops. And then you get a full combo off that, yeah. That became I see. Intriguing. That became a heat engager. Right, she basically becomes Steve once her things are all... I genuinely don't like what they've done to her. I really liked her in Tekken 7. Hated her in Tekken 6. But in Tekken 7, I loved her. But Tekken 6 and 8, Alyssa, I don't know. It's in the sauce now. Yeah. I never really used the chainsaws that much in Tekken 7. Kinda just did not like her. You checked her chip damage? Pretty sure it's pretty damn high. With the amount of chip damage, what do you call that, Pouring can do in Heat? Like her, like, chainsaws having so many hits in them. It's like 30 chip. Yeah. I don't know. She just doesn't speak to me.
Get ready for the next battle.
I mean, with the pressure that, what do you call it, Boran can keep up, he can deal a shit ton of damage as well, like shit ton of chip damage as well. Pretty dumbed down in that regard. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like your chainsaws were fine in Tekken 7. I mean, they had their issues, obviously. Yeah, I just prefer Tekken 7 Alyssa. Oh, talking about like dumbed down characters, what about Eddie? God, I despise what they did to that character. They fucked Eddie up. They murdered that boy. Like, what the fuck happened? Sorry, my exposure got fucked. It could be worse. Would have had to change his Claudio hat. Could be worse! Dude, they made Eddie the most spammable character ever. Eddie is so nonsense now. Like, full on nonsense. I meant about the Alyssa changes. Oh yeah, no. Alyssa, again, like, I'm not seeing the, what do you call it, like, the Alyssa changes as bad. I just don't like them because they took away a lot of the screws that I enjoyed. It is like a different character. Yeah, I don't know why they had to do him like that. They made him so horrible. Horrible to play against and just overall horrible to play. I played him in that story section. Ugh. Awful. Well, like, the Alyssa change is like, she's definitely gotten stronger. She's definitely like a strong character. I don't deny it. But I just hate the fact that down 4 1+2 is not screwing anymore. It's like, I just genuinely like that combo. It's a petty petty opinion, I am well aware. Yep, I genuinely don't know. Yeah. But also just like, My biggest problem is I'm an Armor King player, right? Getting that frame perfectly is annoying. We still don't have Muay Thai rep in And I also just really don't like the changes to King either. I don't know. They've just made a lot of changes in Tekken 8 that I just really dislike. And I am gonna dislike a shit ton of things about Armor King, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. As long as they don't change like his 442. His 442 is just so good. I definitely made a big mistake of choosing Hwoarang as the one that I want to learn. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, at least Fakurama's not in the game. And at least Akuma and Geese Howard's not in the game either. Ugh. Horrible, horrible. I want Bruce back so bad. But we're getting fucked. I already know. Oh man, he's definitely coming back. 100%, he's coming back. But I'm genuinely fine with him coming back as long as they keep Akuma and Geese out of the equation. As long as they keep those two characters out of the equation, I'm fine. I don't want anything to do with Akuma or Geese. I don't want those two anywhere near. I like Geese. I also play Geese. I just definitely didn't. They played by their own rules. Like, you had the entirety of Tekken and then, you know, having all of these, like, you know, like a certain playstyle. Then you play it against Geese or Akuma, and you were just like, oh well, I'm playing a completely different game. I'm not playing Tekken anymore. I'm playing Geese's game. I'm playing Akuma's game because they just completely fucking nonsense. So that's Anna.
Get ready for the next battle.
Oh, speaking of Yoshimitsu.
Round one. Fight.
Not what I wanted. Ay, ay, ay.
You only need to click once, fool.
Haha. Yo, Kunai Gun, thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate that. Nice. That's fair. Yep, here we go. Big damage. Ah, I dash into that. Fuck me.
Round three. Fight.
No, what you don't understand is what they call it. Geese kind of went in and like, you know, forced people to play in the 2D style of game. Like the same with Akuma. Because they came from a completely different style of game. Because they had meter that they could just, like, do a lot of nonsense with. Yoshi and those, like, Yoshi and all those characters, they follow the general rule of Tekken. Same thing with Xiaoyu. But their stances are just not that easy to deal with. But Geese and Akuma and Eliza as well literally just change up the entire game because they had meter and could just like do things that made no sense in the Tekken space. Like they ignored everything. Yoshi and Xiaoyu still follow the general rules, but Akuma and Geese, they did not follow the rules of Tekken due to the nature of being 2D characters in a 3D game. I keep running into his attacks. That's just dumb on me.
Round one. Fight.
But yeah, no, like... No, Yoshi and Xiaoyu, they still follow the rules of Tekken, and they're not bad at all. And I wouldn't call them game warping either. That's just really weird in my brain, because they're Tekken characters through and through. They're Tekken characters through and through. There's not really anything like game warping about them.
Fight.
Whereas Akuma and Geese, they literally just said like, oh, a 3D game? Let's turn it 2D. Let's turn it 2D.
Round 3.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't call Flash game warping at all. It's a good punish tool. It's a good strong punish tool, yes. But I wouldn't call it game breaking whatsoever. That's just weird.
Fight.
Nice one. I fucked it.
Round 2. Fight. Round 3. Fight.
Ah, grabs. Okay, Jesus. Oh, the grab! Fuck! Did not see the grab coming. I should have.
4. Fight.
Oh, nice. Fuck.
You win.
But yeah, like Yoshimitsu, I would not say him is what they call it like again.
Get ready for the next battle.
When I'm saying game warping, I mean taking 2D fighting style into a 3D game, because they have a completely different fighting style compared to the rest of the entire cast. Sure, Xiaoyu and Safina's like stances that just makes miss them completely. It's fucking annoying. I get that. Flash, very, very strong tool, yes. But I don't see them as game warping because they don't have a completely different fighting style than the rest of the entire cast. They don't have meter that can just make them cheat the entire system. Like, they had meter. They had the 2D jumping thing. They did not Like, they did not have to exist in Tekken 7 at all. Like, they exist on a 2D plane. Keep them away from Tekken. When I'm playing against Yoshi, when I'm playing against Xiaoyu, I'm still playing Tekken. I am not playing Tekken vs Street Fighter or Tekken vs King of Fighters. I'm not playing a completely different game. I'm still playing Tekken. They just have really strong moves that you need to, like, you know, kind of change up your strategy. You see what I mean? Like, I'm not playing a mash of 2 games. I'm playing one game where they have some good stuff. So I'm not genuinely speaking of game warping. Because fair enough, Flash, Xiaoyu, whatever, they have game warping aspects. That's fine. What I am annoyed about is playing something that's not Tekken. Which was definitely the case with like the 2D characters. Obviously, Eliza was made for Tekken, but I still don't see her as a Tekken character. She's still a 2D fighter. And meshing 2D fighters with 3D just does not work in my brain. And I disliked it heavily. I mean, all of that is Tekken. There's unblockable low launchers. As you said yourself, there's ways to deal with. There's ways to deal with that. Ryan, there's ways to deal with that. You said that yourself, Ryan. Yep. Again, the only game warping aspect about Yoshi that I can think about is his Flash. That's all I can think about. But again, I don't see game warping the same way. I really don't. And that's like a difference of opinion. Again, you're doing the same thing. You're doing the same thing as you did before. You're lumping so many things together where I am like having them separately. So we're basically just bumping heads for no reason. I just don't see it the same way. Game warping to me is anything where you need to adjust the typical flow of the game to counter exactly a single character. Isn't that for like every character? Because they all have their own things? Or maybe I'm just too simple. Maybe I just don't think deeply enough, I guess. Basically the same. Okay! You literally just took Jin, Kazuya, Mishimas, Jin, Kazuya, Heihachi. They're similar for a reason. It's in the same category. Oh, Claudio and Paul? Really? I don't see it. Yeah, putting Paul, like Jin and Kazuya, like together in the same reference, just like they're both Mishimas. They have the same kind of thing.
Get ready for the next battle.
Oh, hey.